That hero is just obnoxious. I do think Arc Warden has the worst hero design in Dota.
The worst hero design.
I think Arc Warden is a conceptually dumb hero. I do enjoy watching him as a spectator because he lets you do dumb shit like one-shot people in the fountain. The Tempest double is kind of intense, and it's like kind of cool to watch that hero shit on other people, but I think he's just dumb.
Yeah.
The bubble is stupid. His ultimate is stupid.
Better or worse than Gambler?
10 seconds.
Nobody's worse than Gambler. Gambler takes the cake.
Okay.
There's no doubt about that.
I don't know.
5
Ricky used to
seconds
have a death
remaining.
ward, and he can walk while using it.
I don't remember that one.
That's pretty old.
You go in
That's-
Viz, you have death ward, you just put it down, and then you can still attack people and put your cloud down and all that crap.
And you can move Death Ward as well. You got
No.
Really? I don't remember
It was
that.
level 4 Invis, and he had 2 ultis. One was unlocked at level 4, which was Invis, and level 6 was Death Ward.
Huh.
And you could move it around and chase people with it.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was-
remember moving it, but I remember the lack of channeling.
Void ulti was global entangling claws, global chrono basically. Everyone just gets stuck everywhere on the map.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah,
So like Eyes in the Forest for Treant, if you get it everywhere.
just globally.
Yeah.
Speaking of annoying things, if I see a Morphling Earthshaker that gets an Ags combo,
Ugh.
that's a really...
It looks like it's going to happen.
The old
Well,
classic.
Earthshaker is pretty expensive, right? He's 642 Moonbucks, but
So-
Fnatic
They got
does have a
so
lot.
much money.
Wasn't there
Good
something
point.
about
Okay.
this combo that got changed? It used to be really good, and now it's not as good. What is Morphling Talent got
Yeah.
swapped, so now it's 20 instead of 15 or something? I
The-
can't remember.
The Morphling numbers got rescaled as well. Like the CDR got reduced to like 25 from 35, something.
It was a
can't
whole
remember.
bunch of coefficient
Yeah, there
tweaks,
was-
so it's not as busted as it used to be.
There was a range of nerfs on it.
Still really good, though.
'Cause what was it? It was like 600 bonus range, 35% CDR, and like reduced mana cost or something insane.
It was dumb.
It was busted.
That might have been one of the most broken things I've ever seen in Dota.
Come on.
I still,
Come on.
I still
What?
think like Morphling.
In your casting career, what was a single combo that was more busted than that? In
5
terms of like you
seconds
get it
remaining.
and the game is just over.
Troll Warlord / Juggernaut just by themselves.
Reserve time.
with sniper.
Jugger's pretty good.
Oh,
yeah,
Sniper.
The old
Yeah, yeah.
Sniper.
All
ho,
three
ho,
of them
ha,
in
ha.
that one
Yeah.
patch. I forget what patch it was.
I know what patch you're talking about. That was pretty bad.
So it's 6.89 C or some shit.
Yeah,
Damn.
something like that.
Those would be my top
Still
two, I
bad.
would say. Hey, Disruptor, he's cool, right, Gary?
Do we have Tractor Disruptor?
We're seeing no, unfortunately,
Wow.
nobody bought it. We advertised it.
Disappointed.
Yeah, it would have been funny seeing this tractor
Why didn't you
have
buy it,
no
Suns fans?
animations. I'm not.
Remaining.
I could have thrown it in for free, I guess, if I picked Skeleton King
5
instead. as
seconds.
We
my
could have
pick.
used your support.
I
You really
think
shafted us on this one.
Skeleton King's more important. Let's be
Reserve
real.
time.
Okay.
I was really looking to knife to a gunfight, but I don't think we're going to end up seeing it. Definitely not this one already, but that theoretically could be hilarious, especially when the opposing team just last picks Enigma or something.
Yeah, I think the teams have learned because in the very first game of this region, actually,
Yeah.
who was it? It was eHome that did it, and they got completely dumpstered. So, but they did get the bounty.
All right.
Don't think it was worth it.
I don't know. You don't. Moonbucks matter.
Yeah.
You want to make the money.
They had like 300 more Moonbucks.
Well, actually, I don't know if
after
Moonbucks
that.
matter because you can always just roll the dice and say, "Hey, Twitch chat,
That's
who wants to give us a tiny?"
Yeah.
Give us the melee heroes.
I mean, this is the place where you take Earthshaker for sure. If you're going to do it,
Or Zeus.
I mean, do you think if they just roll down and Twitch chat picks, would they pick Earthshaker or would they go for something else?
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about it so much. I think probably.
It's what got 23 Savage famous, right? In the TI qualifiers was the Morphling Earthshaker. That's what got him famous. Was them diving tier 4s, diving into Ancient.
Into Ancient? That was
Into
Irish
Ancient.
right there.
Oh, laddie.
I was really impressed with your performance at the D&D session.
I myself
Strong.
can't believe I did it for like 3 hours straight.
Yeah, it went
Just
quick.
kept on
It
going.
went really quick. I like that Slacks tried his mightiest to break the system at every point.
He
of
warmed
turn.
up to it.
It was
Little
great.
by little.
Well, I appreciate Dallas being nice, but I thought your accent sucked. Gary.
Fuck you.
I got annoyed by it about 45 minutes into that 3-hour campaign.
Did you actually?
What was your
kinda.
accent, Zayori?
I just talk like a normal person.
Why don't you have an accent?
Because I know I can't maintain a shitty Scottish accent for 3 hours.
Were you Winks?
What, when I played D&D?
Yeah, what was your name?
Yeah, actually, I probably was Winks back then.
Oh, I thought you played yesterday. Oh, you didn't play it.
No, I didn't play yesterday.
Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't in it. I
Wait.
gave my spot to Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Nigel.
Nigel. Yeah.
So
right.
they're rolling down. I think they might be going for it, guys.
All right, they're going for the old Twitch chatter.
Do we want to influence this at all?
Earthshaker.
No,
you
I think we
guys.
should stay away from Earthshaker. Let's
Give them the wisp. Give them the
dude,
wisp.
Tiny is expensive. Holy moly.
Yeah,
He's come
Slack
down a
was
little bit.
really tired of the tiny Kunkka Night Stalker. So he's like, all right, I don't care what happens to the economy. Just make sure they're unattainable through almost any
Big
other
numbers.
AKA
Big
big numbers.
Big numbers.
I mean, Night Stalker just got the nerf. We're playing on the latest patch, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so Night Stalker is now, I don't know. I can't wait for the Dota buff, like, boop, straight down line.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although nothing major though. It was like it was like 2 or 3 somewhat minor nerfs. Although I think the talent is the biggest one at 25.
Also
Yeah.
the medallion and the phase boost.
That's true. Yeah,
So-
there's the item nerfs as well, so that's a lot
Let's-
of little nerfs.
Let's give him something old school, dude. Let me see like a wisp CK. You know, like give me some classic support. Oh wait, he has a morphling, not a wisp. My bad. Give me like a
10
morphling.
seconds
I mean, Morphling CK could work actually.
5 seconds.
So think of this:
remaining.
you get Wisp for your support, right?
Okay.
Position 4 CK gets Aghanim Scepter,
Okay.
and then uses his reality. Wait, what is it called?
Phantasm.
Sorry, on Morphling, who has the best illusions in the game.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's actually interesting.
That's ridiculously strong.
Okay, so here it is, voted out. I want to see it. Let's see it. Give him a CK, and let's make him roll a support CK. Let's see if they take heed. Come on, Twitch chat. We haven't seen much Chaos Knight. You want to do it.
When's the last time you guys have seen a support Morphling?
Oh,
I saw
been a long-
Ice
been a
play a
long
position 3 Morphling sometime in memory,
I mean, you just
3 years ago.
still work. It's been a while since I've seen it, but you still work to the strength buff and you go for the long stuns, right?
Yeah.
Support more. I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
You probably still go for an E-Blade if you can.
Wait, what here did we say? CK?
CK
You
Wisp.
still want IO or no?
I mean, I like IO.
I mean,
I bu-
you mentioned bringing in the old school. Can you still pick the talent that tether stuns?
No.
No.
That is no longer a thing. That was super broken. One of the best talents ever. And they also got rid of the Aghanim Scepter IO talent. They really butchered IO's talents.
That's Valve's way.
And the
Valve's
hero's
way is-
still busted.
Yeah, they make them OP and then they pull back. There's very rarely do they just creep one hero up until they become.
Unless your name is
Earth Spirit.
Earth Spirit. I was not thinking of that hero.
Unless your name is Doxia.
Well, Darkseer has gone full roller coaster, right? Super OP, nerf, 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 and now buffs for the last seemingly 3 years. Still not picked. One day. So they do go for the Earthshaker. Super, I mean, that was given for free, right? Through
Yep.
the chat. So
Mm-hmm. Value.
yeah.
You have a ton of mobility on that team, so you don't need any
5
more
seconds
chase.
remaining.
I think you're strong enough on your chase and your initiation. So get yourself some,
Reserve time.
I say defensive. Anything defensive.
It's so hard though, right? If you're Bounty and Disruptor, you're 2 supports. You can't pick Oracle SD. You can't pick
Yeah.
defensive supports. So then you have to pick heroes like Jug, Lifestealer that just have innate magic immunity against Earthshaker Jump.
Yeah, that'd be a good spot.
The thing I don't understand is Burning has so many fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've opened up this voting to the international audience. How are his fans not screwing Fnatic over? How did they give him Earthshaker? It makes no sense to me.
Power of Febby.
He does, I mean,
He draws a crowd.
let's be honest here. Burning has more fans than everyone not named. I mean, maybe more than Dendy, honestly. Dendy's kind of dropped, right?
I mean,
Burning's up
Dendy is popular in China as well, but you just have to remember how many people are in China in
Yeah.
general, right?
Yeah.
So it just scales that much more. So yeah, I think Burning is probably the most popular Dota player in the world.
What
I
about
think that-
Zhao 8, though?
I don't know how to measure it. That's like a question for Jack. They're up there. They're both crazy popular.
What about ZSMJ?
No.
Not as popular as either Zhao 8 or Burning.
What about Yafets?
Nope.
You're just saying people now. I don't-
FY? While we're here?
He's top 10.
FY.
Yeah, top 10.
No, but Burning's like on that level of you can ask people in China that don't know much about esports or gaming, but they still know the name Burning and know that he's like a professional video game player of some sort. It's that level of kind of prestige.
Luna!
Have we seen any Rubik? Rubik's just
He's been pretty expensive. He's actually now getting, well, since we got the big numbers, he's gone back up. But He was the most expensive int hero
10
for a good
seconds
portion of the
remaining.
tournament, and now Techies has taken over. So we might see some
5
Rubik pop out.
seconds
He's getting into
remaining.
that range.
Yeah, I'd love to see Rubik. Rubik's just a lot of fun.
Radiant
If you just
team
have a
pick.
talented Rubik player, the game becomes something else.
Oh, yeah.
It's entertaining. There's a much higher skill cap. It's just a blast.
Reginald, was this a purchase or a voted hero, the Oracle? I'd be shocked if it was voted.
10 seconds
They picked it.
remaining.
It says they've
It's-
spent 459, so that's Oracle
Okay.
plus Morph.
5
Yeah, okay,
seconds
you're right.
remaining.
That's pretty weird, right?
Why?
This
Reserve
early getting
time.
or I mean, not early, sorry, but
It's just really good with Morphling, isn't it? I think it's just
You've got Dispel for track, you've got Save into Static Storm,
okay, yeah, okay.
and you've got Magic Community with Fate's Edict against like Luna ult,
yeah.
Luna magic damage. And they need a pos 6 hero. Earthshaker needs farm.
Agreed. Just fits the bill. And Fnatic have a decent bank now also, so a 300-400 Moonbuck hero doesn't feel so bad.
10 seconds remaining.
Curious if they'll try to pair anything with this Luna. Right now, the Burning Legion draft
5
feels a
seconds
little all
remaining.
over the place to me.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
So
Okay.
I almost felt like Silencer would be a decent pick here, considering you have so many. When Morphling ends up making a copy of Earthshaker, it's going to get very spammy, very stunny, and as well as Silencer working well against the Oracle too. So
There's
Yeah.
a weird duality there, though, because Oracle can precast Fortune's End.
precast. It takes.
But you can hold it for like 6 seconds, and 6 seconds enough if you're knowing the fight's about to start.
Yeah, right.
It's not guaranteed for sure.
I've never been able to do it. So.
And we were translating some of the chat from the Chinese stream when we booted up
10
tonight. And one of the
seconds
first
remaining.
comments we saw was somebody saying that the Fire Lady should be
Dire
much more
team
expensive.
Hmm.
So kind of
she
a
is.
popular hero in China. She's been moving up in terms of price. I guess at 450, still considered value.
Yeah, that's so weird because like we talked about before, the other regions don't give a shit about her, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Dire
got
And in
decent-
terms of the Silencer, another thing, South America was the only here that gave or only region that gave a shit about Silencer.
That's because of Meepo.
They do pick a lot of Meepo.
Oh, they pick Silence and Meepo together so they can jump. Meepo
Right.
goes in, then they global, so Meepo can't.
But they literally like first pick
pick it,
Silencer.
to make sure.
So insane.
So Spearbreaker is going to ruin Bounty Hunter's life. That's going to be a tough
Oh
game.
wow, the old tried and true counter to bounty. You're right. That's
Yeah, just carry
That's
the dust
nice.
with you, and you got yourself a bus ride. But Lena can do well against
10
Morphling. If
seconds
Morphling just ends up
remaining.
too heavy onto the Agi side, it's just
Yeah.
a deleted Morphling.
5
Yep.
seconds
It's nice to have that
remaining.
burst, and you've got some disruptor.
We didn't mention the DP, but Oracle DP is
Reserve time.
disgusting combo as well.
Ooh.
I have to say, this is a really well-rounded lineup from Fnatic. I like it a lot.
Yeah, this Burning lineup is interesting. It's very squishy. They don't really have a front liner. Luna can be sort of tanky at points in the game when she peaks on that power curve. You can fight around like the BKB and the Manta and all this stuff, but Fnatic just seem way beefier.
Yeah, I almost don't see a way in the mid game to the late game that Burning's Legion have a chance here. It seems too far behind.
If you can kill Oracle really fast and Morphling doesn't take off, then that's probably your best bet. But
Because
Fnatic's
there's
lineup
where
is so
DP
good.
comes in. DP can carry you through the mid game just
Yeah,
fine. Give
DP,
space.
especially I don't know how early people go Ags these days. When it first came out, they were buying it first. Now I think it's more maybe of a second item. I have no idea what China does anymore
Hmm.
at this stage. But yeah, that in addition to Oracle's false promise, it's so difficult to kill this hero.
Fnatic are on one of those weird timing things where they hit when Morph has Ags and Earthshaker has Blink. And I think with track kills and all that nuke damage, like you look at how much pickoff Burning Legion has, they can keep going for kills and they snowball with Glimpse, track, chase, keep running forward, catch people out. If Fnatic aren't on the front foot, if they are playing defensively and sitting back, they could bleed out.
Normally, I'd say it's a tall order to focus that Oracle, but when you have the Bounty Hunter, you got this eyeball moving around in the back line, so you actually have the ability to catch. I don't know. You got some burst with Lena. I could see them winning some team fights if they don't get that choreography right. But give all things equal, if Fnatic find
Choreography,
initiations. Yeah, choreography, Suns fan.
It's a dance of
I feel
Dota.
like that's not.
Footwork.
I feel like that's not appropriate for Dota terminology. I don't know why.
Well, I
Synchronization.
strongly disagree.
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Synchronization is also a good word.
Team cohesion.
That's better.
Also a fabulous
Sure,
way to
keep going.
describe teamwork. All good terms.
Yeah.
All right, who are we picking?
Sure,
I'm
there's many
picking-
of those words in this book. Right here.
Fnatic.
Yes, I'm sure many of those words are written by Zayori. I actually, I think I started reading your book was it last night? Yeah, because finally the ebook is available.
Yes.
And as usual, some trigger words came to me.
What trigger words?
Nil. I can't
Nil.
stand it when he uses.
Does it say nil that early in the book?
I'm pretty sure it did.
I
Why
hope
don't
so.
you like nil?
Because he's not British.
Okay.
All right. I don't know why it bothers me. Like, if Gareth says I don't care, that's fine.
He actually physically cringes if I'm casting a game and it's
I
like
s-
2-0 and I go, oh, that's another kill for the Dire, now
Actually-
leading 2-0.
I stopped the conversation and we talked about that usage. And he doesn't learn. He continues to
What do you mean
another
learn?
word. Another word I don't like, even though this isn't like a British thing, is the word neat. I don't think that's a good word.
What about Nito?
That in the
Well,
right context,
Neato.
okay.
In what
For this-
context did I use neat? Like,
no,
wow,
neat,
that was
no,
a,
neat was not in this book.
oh, okay.
I'm not at that point.
That was a really neat tournament that I went to.
I guarantee you have used neat in this book, though.
Yeah.
I just know it ahead of time.
So
yeah, but aren't there some occasions where neat can be okay? Like it was a neat and tidy
well,
room
sure.
or
Yeah,
whatever?
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay. You mean as an adjective to describe an
You're
experience.
super neat. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
So
when you
question-
say it like that, sure.
if you say the ebook's out, do you have anybody that's has the where you listen to the book?
The-
Because that would be awesome.
The
to have
audiobook?
Yeah,
Not yet. Slacks and I are going to record them after
That-
this event.
that
so.
would be awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be good. Doing
Yeah.
one in my own voice, and then Slacks is going to read it also in my voice with all of his honest reactions. And he warned me. He said he's down to do it as long as I split the revenue with him and that I give him runway to be completely unfiltered and give his honest, raw reactions. And he said, I can't guarantee that I'll be nice or like it, and I might say some shit that's fucked up. And I said, well, it would be an honor to be roasted by you, sir. Go in.
Are there no standards for that kind of thing? Like you
I-
can read the book and then in the middle just have your own commentary. They don't care.
I mean, I think you can do whatever you
Yeah.
want.
That's-
But that's why we're going to have both. So I'm going to do it sort of straight like a normal audiobook.
Right.
And this one we'll compare the difference, and then it'll have that extra hour and a half of Slack's commentary mixed in as he shares his reactions.
That's wait, only an hour and a half?
Well, no, I just made that number up. I mean,
Okay.
you know, whatever it ends up being. I don't know. How long are audiobooks? I don't even know.
They're pretty long, and
It's like
Slacks
10 hours or something for a
Slacks
book like
is a
that?
slow reader, I'm sure. Especially
That's
with,
actually-
With all the
commentary.
giggling.
It's going to be like a 24-hour.
That's actually a good point.
I don't
He
think
is a
he's
slow
realized how
reader.
much work that actually is.
You have to re-record each
Ugh.
line.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
I mean, that is the bottleneck, dude. He was busting his ass for TI, and then he's been busting his ass for this event. So my man needs some time off before I hound him about recording my fucking audiobook.
Probably for the best. Yeah.
But no, it's on the docket. That's up next. So
All right, who are
Fun.
we picking for this game?
definitely Fnatic.
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 I mean, their draft, like you said, their draft is really well rounded. I think these lineups where you have beefy bruisers in the front line against a team with no front line, the mid game is almost always brutal.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how they're going to be able to outlast.
I tried my hardest to rationalize the Burning Legion draft, and I just can't believe myself.
Well, we talked about the last draft, right, where I thought Fnatic's lineup was actually worse, but I thought their skill level was higher because they're actually a team as opposed to a pug. So we picked them, and this time they get both. I think this might be super one-sided. I would love to be wrong because, you know, game threes are always fun and all, but Fnatic,
Yeah.
they looked way better. That
Now, do we have some updated odds production? Whenever you have a moment, I would love to see how things have changed. Okay. Well, Reg,
Reginald has left the building, it seems. We don't know where he is.
looks like
Poor
you went out
guy.
for some coffees, and he'll be back shortly. So,
Perfectly normal.
How long do you think the game's going to be? How quickly will Fnatic win?
Can we, Reginald, can we see the draft again?
okay, wait. It was Death Prophet, Spirit Breaker, Oracle.
36 minutes and 13 seconds.
I forget the other two.
36, 13.
More
Think
from
earlier than
Earthshaker.
that?
Damn.
Really? I feel like Burning's Legion's going to get an early kill count, and it's just going to delay the inevitable, but I think the game will last into
All right, now this is a question for any of the three of us. Maybe a layup. Where does Luna fit into this draft?
What do you mean where?
Like,
So of all the
lane?
carries they could have taken, right? She's obviously the position one. Why is Luna the best choice to go with these other four heroes compared to all the other choices that were available?
So when we were talking about what they needed, I said here is like Jug and Lifestealer to be defensive when the morph jumps on them. Luna has Eclipse, which is a defensive tool. It's a threat. You don't want to jump the Luna when she's got her ulti going.
True.
So
Very true.
Morphling's got that threat there. It's a weird one.
I don't
So-
like Luna in this lineup at all.
Now, I will point out, in terms of Moonbucks, if they were looking ahead, like, all right, we 100% want to pick Lena, but we don't want to reveal it now. So they do the math, and they think, all right, Wind Ranger's on our target. There aren't many other carries, right? She's pretty low. It's like Arc Warden, Medusa, Viper, Drow. Not a lot of options there. I think Dusa can be okay. She can play sort of fast, but at the same time, Luna is a hero that can set the tempo to help you close out the game. So for that price point, maybe she's just the best one.
Well, they've got 49 remaining. So they couldn't have spent that much more.
So they could have gotten Terrorblade, Troll, Clinks.
All these heroes died
Reginald,
to
can we
Morphling
see
jump.
the bounties so we can catch up to who has what at this point?
Yeah, Suns fan, how quickly will Fnatic win? You said 36?
30.
I'm going to
36.
say 28 minutes.
Okay. Sayori? 28-36.
You mean like the official time at the end, like when the throne
Oh,
explodes?
fuck's sake, just guess.
Just get!
Guess a number.
31.
31.
I think it's
So
going to be over 30.
28, 31, 36. Okay.
Man, eHome really destroyed today in terms of bounties, huh?
I mean, I'm glad one team did it because every day we make these bounties and we think, always ask ourselves, are these too easy?
Right.
You know, and we're worried that it's just going to be a layup and every team or teams will be able to do them and rack up too many moonbucks. And we haven't had a team do that. A full sweep. I don't even, Midas Mode 1, did we ever even have a team do that? The full sweep, every single bounty?
Maybe OG.
Okay.
Maybe.
But that's cool to see that it's possible. And it gives me a little bit of confidence that we didn't make them too easy, that teams just weren't trying to do every single bounty, which is okay. You know.
Yeah, I think the Chinese players so far have been far more cooperative in literally every single aspect despite not speaking the same language as us, which is, I don't know if that's sad or not.
They understand the
compared to
culture.
the other regions. Yeah.
Well, their scene has a lot more infrastructure. You know, they've got a lot more just structure there. You know, they take
Wow.
rules more
Yeah,
seriously,
that's
for
right.
lack of a better
Is
term.
that how
In
your
his
book
head, it
is
was
written?
just stuff.
It's just stuff. No,
stuff.
seriously, they just take rules more seriously in general. Like, did you see in the first game that we had, the team GG'd out, and the other team just immediately backed up and ran into the well?
Yeah.
Respect.
Like, just that idea of, okay, it's over. Like, we're done. Let them kill it.
Right.
That's it. All the other regions, it's like, oh, the throne's going to explode. Let's keep fighting until the throne explodes. You know, it's just, that's a small thing, but it's a great little example of how they just approach that kind of stuff. Like, all right, game's over. We stop playing. Go next. GG.
Yeah, I've been very impressed. Just the fact that, I mean, obviously we've incentivized the bounties a little bit because of the economy changes and whatnot.
Big
but
True.
number.
I feel like it feels like these games are just more fun. Is that weird to say? It feels like the players are having more fun than in the other regions.
I agree. You get that feeling. They're
Sure.
just going wild.
I mean, OG had a lot of fun, but they lost real fast. So, okay, OG had the most fun out of everybody, then China.
I mean, during the finals, it seemed like the Stunners were having some fun. There was some all chat going on. And
Well, winning does
whatnot.
that, right?
Yes, yeah.
They were destroying everyone. Which one do we think they're going to do here? So Burning Legion has 3 out of the 5. They cannot do knife to a gunfight, obviously, because they've already picked their lineup. Football is probably the easiest of these.
And they've just had it done to
Yeah.
them, so they've seen it done.
Yeah.
They know how to do it.
Yeah.
And then Fnatic has 3 out of 5 as well.
The football one's really not that bad. I mean, as long as you make it, you're going to die, but it kind of doesn't matter.
I mean,
Wait.
I feel like Burning Legion's best chance of getting the football is to actually win the game super, super early to
Well,
get to
yeah.
that fountain.
I mean, that makes
So-
it super easy.
But
yeah.
that's their only hope because we're all predicting that Fnatic's going to own this game.
Oh, yeah, 25-30, by the way.
You're going for the seconds as well.
Yeah.
So I say 30.
25-30. Wow, you
Yeah.
think it's going to be that quick, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, DP games can go that way.
DP
She's a momentum hero for sure.
DP Morph Ags on both of them. Shake a Blink at like 20 minutes. And then 5 minutes later, the game ends.
I'm glad somebody actually did game theory. I didn't think that would actually. I thought they would be attempted, but it wouldn't actually go through just because of the the mind games and whatnot. But I mean, Chinese Dota.
They can
I don't know.
they can do it again, right? Fnatic and Burning Legion can do it this series because it's a new series.
Yes.
But would Game Theory get the, or would Game Theory, would Burning get the Game Theory again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
They
it's a
would.
different series.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
it
so
resets
the
after.
scheduling is not even here in Betway Midas Mode 2.
Sure.
So we wanted to make sure teams aren't penalized for having 2 series in a day compared to one of the teams that will have 1 series every day and get a fresh shot at every bounty. So yeah, it resets if it's in a separate series, but you can't repeat it within the same best of 3.
I would actually love them to agree to do it and then actually just take the bounties at their.
Oh.
They need every advantage to take this win.
Yep,
So
that is true.
that could work for them. Is it time for me to move over?
That
to
sounds like a more
I
NA
think
thing,
so.
though. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, buddy.
All right, so
Scurry on over there.
Burning will be the one to play the Luna, and well, we got an exciting game on our hands, and we got a couple of casters that are going to take it away. You saw them in game number 1, and here they'll be in game 2. It's Dallas and Jenkins.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, friends.
I'm caught.
there you
There
are.
we go. We're free. I didn't even have enough time. I got 1 shoe off. I have to announce to everybody that when you cast,
10
Yeah, really-
seconds
you don't
really
cast with shoes on, man. It's
really
just,
stinks
it's
over
not
here,
safe.
actually.
It's just not safe.
It's very
5
unsanitary.
seconds remaining.
The conditions in this in this arena,
We're above a pit
unacceptable.
of death above us right now. So yeah, we all predicted our times on this game ending. Everybody's predicting that it's going to be Fnatic that takes the W. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm leaning towards Fnatic,
All right.
but
What about your time? Can you give a time adjustment?
I think it could go longer than 30 minutes, just because I see Fnatic kind of messing around, trying to get some of the bounties out of the way. I mean,
yeah,
it would be pretty nice to get some of that extra moonbucks right before going into like potential grand finals where we have hard mode. So I do think I do think that the game could probably go like 30 to probably 35 to 40 minutes. That's what my guess would be.
I said 36-13. That's my jam. I got to keep
Okay,
repeating it
okay.
because my memory sucks.
All right, okay,
So
so-
yeah, they're actually talking about this right now about doing the game theory. They've agreed to it. Now I'm expecting that Burning takes their runes. They don't deny their runes.
Who did it before? So Burning did it, and
Burning and eHome.
I believe eHome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
30 seconds to
Yeah, what are the chances they do it a second time?
No, they're
Ah,
almost
that's not-
guaranteed
that's
to
not-
take the runes.
That's not going to happen.
They need the win too because this is their
Yeah.
loss to this. You lose the series.
I actually realized while we were in the lobby that I know one of the guys on Burning Legion.
Really?
Yeah, he's a North American player. I think he's like NA Chinese. He might be like American Chinese, but Rico. His name is Jeff. He's a North American pub player.
The battle
Plays a
begins.
lot of these 4 positions that kind of scale.
They took it.
Game Maranas, things
They
like
all
that.
took
They took it.
They all
Oh,
took
you
I knew
bastard.
It. I knew it.
Yeah, cheeky bastard. That's my Scottish. Gareth was doing it earlier, and I was getting excited.
I mean, I could attempt it right now, but I'd totally mess that
What accents can you do?
up.
Careful with the racism.
Yeah,
Stuff like
right.
that.
Of course.
The
So,
whole
have you seen
racism.
Brad Pitt in the movie Snatch?
No.
Pikey. Pikey is one of my favorite things to listen to from Brad Pitt. I don't know.
What accent is it?
It's I think it's I mean I'll get it wrong, but I've heard it's it's the essential equivalent of like a redneck. But,
Okay.
But Welsh maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that is a man on the run Spiritbreaker trying to run out, but I think that's one of the highest level 1 damage nukes in the game is Disruptor's Q. So
Oh, yeah.
does a ton, and he does survive, so he'll be able to chew on a couple trees, back off. But it's been a long time since I've seen a 3-3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
That's an old school one.
not super common. Probably favors the Luna lineup. It generally does. Morphling's just a shitty hero until he gets level 3. To be
Yeah.
quite frank, that attribute shift at level 1 is god awful. Luna gives the Lunar Blessing aura to all of her friends in the lane, so you're totally happy tri-laning with this hero in particular. So definitely favoring.
This is the saddest
Burning Legion.
poke.
Boink.
I don't know. I think you're in
Careful,
trouble right
Jabs.
here. Yeah, you're definitely dead. 100%. There's first blood. That was questionable at best, as ODPixel would say.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the way she goes, you know. Dire have really nice lane ward down here. This is the lane where it's going to be all the action. Top lane,
9-1.
Bounty Hunter versus Earthshaker. It's a snooze fest. Mid lane, Death Prophet versus Wind Ranger. That's a snooze fest, barring rotations. And we have the bot lane.
They're going to lose Spear. Oh, Morphling just gets pounded. He's going to have to retreat. Tries to morph over some strength there to at least alleviate some of this damage, but that is not a favorable exchange. And
Oh, careful. Disruptor?
she's still level 1. She's got him. Wow.
Oh,
He was morphing over strength, too.
that is why you tri-lane the Morphling at level 1. Like, this hero, the attribute shift is so incredibly bad. It quadruples in shift rate at level 2. So this hero is like one of the weakest level 1, level 2
Just got
heroes in
glimpsed
all
back
of
to the
Dota.
base, too.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
He just,
the lane
there
ward.
goes his lane.
The lane ward. Oh, no.
He gone.
You're so sad if you're Savage.
Yeah, he tried to
Oh, boy.
waveform through it, but it doesn't work that way against Glimpse.
Unfortunate.
Now I think they're just going to end up winning this lane pretty hard now. That's a great start.
You want to know something cool?
What's that?
Sand King Burrow Strike does work through the Glimpse.
Really? Because I saw it earlier in a tournament, probably yesterday or something, that it didn't.
It's-
He popped up out of the ground
It's
right where
very
the Glimpse was.
close.
Is it
It's
really?
It's very tight. But
What if you get
does.
an Axe? Does the Axe give him still like a super long stun burrow strike?
Yeah,
Because that gives him a little better chance.
I'm not sure if that extends the duration of it. I think it's still the same
You're probably right.
duration time-wise, but the length is, I mean, it's massive.
So I mean, what do you just play the long game now? You forfeit this and say, all right, this is going to be a really tough lane for me.
I honestly think you just jeez.
Oh,
No. Oh, it's.
I mean, that's his lane. That's pretty much it. So
I think you need to rotate Febby on the Spirit Breaker. You go towards the mid lane or the top lane.
yeah,
Try to get a kill somewhere else because this lane,
over.
it's already lost, and this was already a very dire favored matchup. Just with like the Luna, Lina has a stun, like you said, Disruptor's got the really good efficiency in using that Thunder Strike. It's a very good nuke. So you just roam and you just chain pull and try to give 23 Savage like anything in this lane. Just give him anything.
he's not going to get anything. He needs to. Yeah, something has to happen elsewhere. Because right now, with the Disruptor and the Lina and the Luna, I mean, they could actually, if they choose to stop pounding on the
He
Morph,
might be dead.
they could just rotate out. Yeah, totally dead. No?
No, they do not have another.
Oh, he hit level 3, so he got his attribute a little bit better. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I mean, now you're sacrificing just to try and keep your core alive. So that's going to be a dead Spirit Breaker, and you're continuing to feed down here. So Morphling is spinning wheels right now, and there's almost no traction. It's still too early for him to even like think about going into the jungle.
Oh yeah, no way.
It's just
no way.
Where does he go?
I think he's gotta be down here. You don't want to go top and lane against a bounty hunter who's level 5. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, you're too far behind.
You have to basically chain pull as a support down here, or maybe even have the morph solo and have him chain pull. I mean, that's possible. Support himself.
You're almost past that. You're past that point because now everybody that's in that lane, when it was a 3v3, are at your equal level. So you're outnumbered, and I mean, that decision would have had to be made about 2 minutes ago. They do come in nice
Luna. This
bash.
is big.
They are going to be able to pull her down. That was a great bash coming in with the this little steed charge. If they could turn back for 2 against this Lina, that'd be fantastic. Do they have a charge soon? I would assume it's relatively soon. 2 seconds away from now. Do they continue to fight?
Oh.
She's reached the high ground. She fades away. Gets a stun in on the Oracle, but it is just a disengagement stun. So you got 1. There's at least a glimmer of hope.
We're good. 23 Savage. He's got a Microponus Wraith Band ready to go. So he's got a lot more stats than in the early game. That kill is definitely what he needed.
And Morphling picked up a Satyr kill right there on the neutral camp.
Oh,
it was
nice.
shared XP, but that's gold that he desperately needed.
I believe that is the most gold for any creep in the game,
It is.
other than the Ancient,
Well,
of course.
Dire's middle tower
So
is under
pretty nice to pick that
and
up.
they're going to get like some wards up there. So now the supports are starting to find a little bit of money. And I had said, what's probably going to end up happening is some early winning going on from Birding's Legion. They will take this fight. Disruptor trying to escape. There's the Morphling just picking up the low-hanging fruit, but this one might be a bridge too far. The stun almost ensures the kill, and that's probably not worth at that point. He welcomes the gold, but unless he was able to buy before he dies, I don't know if that's all that useful.
It's fine, guys. I'm a support Morphling.
We're hunting. Oh, there's the ult. That's a level 6 versus a level 2. Can they get the track in there? Hold
Yeah,
off? Hold
they
off?
can.
No. They didn't get the track
Oh, they
on
didn't get
Spirit. No.
Unfortunate. I mean, this is a big kill. Are they glimpse? No glimpse.
Oh, wow. She's able to turn that one back. with the Spirit, I mean, that is just siphoned off a ton of the HP. Baited it out.
Ninjabuki with a nice Echo.
I didn't even notice it. So did you just walk up Echo?
Yeah, I just walked in and Echoed. It's hard to see with the Arcana. Like, the Arcana's like, it's like borderline pay to win. It makes the fissure a lot more obvious, but.
It's going to be a little close of fights. The creeps are the saving grace on that one. Spirit Breaker was winding up that lantern. Is it a lantern? Seems like it's a lantern.
I have no idea what that is.
Spirit Breaker? I've always assumed it was a lantern.
Has fallen.
Yeah, I don't know. Some sort of lit up flaming flail. I don't know.
It guides his way through the...
That's an expensive one. That's a good cosmetic
Is it?
right there. He's got, yeah, I think that's like, that's at least $20. You know, these days, that's a lot of money.
Hurts. That's some serious money. That's a track kill and a little bit of extra cash coming in for the Janata. Oh, goodness. That's got to be another track kill. There's no way he doesn't get this one. Tons of money coming.
Yeah, YYY is
He's loaded.
getting huge. See, there's one thing I'm quite confused about. Dave, if you could click on the bounty hunter real quick. This man has 2 sticks.
What? What?
Oh,
He sold one.
He sold
Did
one.
he pick? No, they were both his. I was like, maybe he picked one off the ground, and I don't know. That's the only reason I can.
I alt tab. I was looking at the
There's-
bounties. Like, is there a bounty to get like
Yeah.
5 sticks or something?
There's so many
He's-
so many items to build. Is that it was a stick, not
It was
a
a-
wand, right?
no, it was a stick.
Stick. Okay, I thought it was a
Magic stick.
wand. I was like, he
No.
made 2 wands.
He's like, I'm gonna use all of these charges. I need 40 stick charges.
I mean, when I first
Does it
started,
work?
when
I actually
first-
don't know
no,
if that
it
works.
doesn't. When I first started playing Dota, I was buying multiple boots. So, you know, maybe it's just new to the game.
That's not bad. Did you know Tranquil boots, the regen stacks? If you
Wait.
get a second Tranquil,
really.
yeah, you get more regen.
All right.
Double. You get double the regen.
I'm sure Axe players love that.
It might actually be good. It might be an untapped market for Dota players. You could get like 6 Tranquil boots. You have 150 regen.
So we're talking to Reddit right now for the challenges tomorrow. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The regen build.
2 boot scoot.
Phase boots Tranquils doesn't seem.
It's level. I mean, this is a level 3 Spirit Breaker. This like straight up just there to
Gonna
say,
get
I'm
you.
just getting to mid lane. Don't worry about this.
I'm charging for vision, guys. I'm giving vision. Nice job, Febby. You're doing work.
Well, we're getting to almost a third of the way through my timing prediction. I don't think that the 25-minute game is a thing anymore. Too good of a start for Burning's Legion going with the 3-man off lane. It got them that early start that I predicted. I thought they'd end up getting a couple first early kills. Echo Slam coming in, trying to stun up on this Luna. She pops off the
double
ult,
stun.
and there's nobody there to be able to absorb it. They all take it into the heroes, but it's not nearly enough to kill off everybody. YYY is able to survive. He's looking for this kill. There it is, and extra bounty gold to boot on top of it. So even though, I mean, it looked dangerous right there for Burning's Legion, they're able to take the kill and take a little bit of extra cash their way too.
Really nice wand bait from the Luna.
Was it?
That was class. Oh, in the mid lane. This Windranger is absolutely sniping people.
She
with
is.
the power
I mean,
shot.
she went, I think, max power shot as quick as she could. Because she
Yep.
was just nuking early, really hard.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane, sieging happening.
What a great start for Burning.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, still though, it's the same as the last game. We have a relatively even game.
Yep.
But mid tower is gone for Burning. Top tower is about to be gone for Burning. So this is eventual gold.
Oh, they got the backstab coming in. They've actually caught both the Prophet and the Morphling out on the wraparound, and there's the glimpse coming out. That is a absolutely toasted Morphling. Many ults were expended on that one, but that is just Burning Legion getting further and further ahead. Don't kill the creep, not like this. Oh, should have played dead, dude. Gotta play dead.
Did the crying emote.
I mean, this snowball
nice.
potential with the bounty hunter is something we actually should have touched on a bit more on the panel.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think that's something that can lead to quite a stomp. I mean, even if the game goes late, if you feed one single team fight to a bounty hunter, the game changes, right? Like this hero, it's always like feast or famine. Either you're completely useless and have no gold, or you are the most annoying hero on the map and your entire team is rich. And this is looking to be one of those games where he's making everybody very rich.
Yeah. So I wonder what the creep stacking's going on. It's perfect timing. That's obsing for you. I was actually curious as to Luna's stacks, because she's going to be a hero that really wants to get some
Yeah,
stacks.
she's got some ancients.
She doesn't have any of the glaive yet, though, so she's a little bit slow on the jungle.
Did go for the Mask of Madness build, though, so I presume that the Lunar Blessing, or sorry, the Moon Glaives is probably going to come up next. Despite, obviously, the Eclipse is very good in that one team fight by the Secret Shop. I think still you probably want to go to more of a farming playstyle now. You have these other heroes like the BH and the Wind Ranger that want to roam, so you can just farm on Luna and you're good.
So 2 towers have fallen for Burning's Legion. That's almost expected. I almost anticipated more towers than this. Maybe just one more. We're just shy of 13 minutes. But with a Death Prophet and the nuke ability of being able to crush down some of these creeps,
Yeah.
you'd think that Fnatic would be a bit more ahead of this, but it's the kills that have kept Burning's Legion's towers alive. Now they fight in. Great Echo Slam on 2 and a Shade in there for the Disruptor. The Light Strike Array doesn't seem to be coming down, so there will be no more stuns, but the ult from Lena was damaging, but they only lost one of their own. Now they will fall into a retreat. Death Prophet was able to pop her ult, and as she slows down on this Wind Ranger, the Ghosts are able to tap this one away. If they get one more nuke,
dodge.
Not enough.
Yeah,
but
that
the Ghosts
max
will turn
wind
their
run.
attention.
It's so difficult to catch a Wind Ranger as this max Wind Run. It's got such a high uptime.
The Ghosts were about to come back to the Prophet, and that would have been great, because that would have been like half of her health back.
They actually killed the Prophet for that dive, too. I mean, you deserve to get punished for that, to be quite frank.
If they can kill this bounty, it's going to be quite a bit of money. That's a triple kill on the Earthshaker. We were talking about getting some early Aghanim Scepters in there, but now Luna comes back. This is just a back-and-forth tit-for-tat fight, but the Oracle will just hide into the trees long enough maybe just to save this creep's life. Run. Be free.
Can this fight just end?
Be free.
There's not even a tower to defend here for the Radiant. They're just like, all right, boys, let's go. And Dire side, I mean, this safe lane tower, or this off lane tower is not even that important either. So both teams just kind of fighting because it's.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much
fun.
of that Morphling, so the space has been created.
Yeah, he's
for
chilling.
The Morphling.
He's chilling. He's recovered to some degree.
What is this Mask of Madness picture? The new one that we've got here.
Let's see.
Matt?
It's a cat. It's just a cat face.
I'm so confused.
It's just called Mask of Madness, except it's got a cat face on it.
What is it, like the Drow Ranger cat or whatever it was?
I don't know. I think it just looks like a cat with a Mask of Madness on
Oh,
it.
really? Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Somebody paid like 50
I actually
bucks for
saw
that.
somebody else's mask, and I assumed it was the Mask of Madness, but it wasn't. I don't know who said there. There's many masks.
Microponus, that's my favorite.
Oh, that should be Disruptor. Nice ulti there, zones him out. Is he able to get around the corner? He does. This is a lot of bodies that are in the way. The Bounty Hunter was trying to come in from behind. A bit scatter on the attack for Burning. It has corralled. It's like corralling cats right now, as most of Fnatic were able to at least get out and in. They blink out. It's going to be the Earthshaker taking some damage, running from the nukes that are on the way. Nice wand. It brings him back up to half health. This is a very wide-ranging fight as they corralled in Fnatic's side. Now Burning's Legion is in the pursuit. They're able to stop the charge and drops him down to 1 HP. Lena's ult is enough to finish the job.
Yeah, that Aether Lens range, man. Able to snipe the Spirit Breaker there. I mean, it's 2 supports.
Yeah.
If you're Burning's Legion, you're pretty happy about that. I mean, you have a Bounty Hunter, obviously, but Morphling has been farming the whole time.
Yeah.
23 Savage is a player that can definitely 1v5 and carry the game, in particular on this hero. He's had some pretty good performances on Morphling.
So let's take a look at Shaker and see where he's going with it. He's going Ags. He's already got the Blink, so the Ags unnecessary. The Ags would be great for the Morphling later.
Yeah, the Morphling Ags, I believe, gives it
to him anyway.
Gives the Earth, yeah, the Earthshaker Ags.
Well,
Although
does Morphling want to spend that
you
money?
probably want both, though, because then you can both kind of jump and like chain stun people. So I think, he's going for a Yule Scepter, actually, next. So I guess anticipating that Morphling's eventually going to get the Ags, and that's when he can have the Ags, but he's going to wait for it.
Both teams after that last engagement kind of feel like, well, let's make some space for our cores, disengage a bit, extend the game a little bit longer, and maybe everybody ends up just way off the mark on how long this game will last. Did you give a timestamp on this one? 30?
I think I said like 35 to 40.
5 to 40? Yeah, all right. I'll allow it.
I feel like there's going to be one big fight and like Luna's gonna destroy an entire base, or Morphling's gonna destroy an entire base. Dude, these creeps have been value on both sides.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
Look at these stacks. And smoke up. It's a 3-man smoke, so.
They're gonna swing and miss because both teams have rotated, clockwise around the map. They're gonna steal each other's camps.
They are getting vision down though. This is very important. Dire did not have any vision on the map, so this is a smoke that was desperately needed, despite not resulting in anything.
It's crazy that Dire didn't have vision like that, but they're winning the majority of the team fights. At least taking a core.
That's kind of the cool thing about winning Dota. Like a lot of the time, you'd think, okay, we have this advantage, we can like place vision, but sometimes you don't really need it. You're just So what if the enemy team runs into you, you don't have vision of them? If you're ahead and you know you can fight them, you're kind of fine with that.
You're going to have some stragglers in mid lane right now. I think that's Bounty Hunter that's actually evacuated, but it's Pink that's in trouble. That's Disruptor that is amongst the Radiant side. There's the blink. There's the stun. It's a ton of damage with the crit coming in from the Earthshaker, but he will just be able
Doesn't want to commit, yeah.
shave off. Yeah, it did have Wind Ranger support in there.
Yeah, she's spooky. She's got the Javelin. A lot of damage.
Org was able to extend his life for a little bit longer, taking a ton of damage in from the Bounty Hunter from the physical damage, and that is it's a Morphling light strike array that confused the hell out of me. If I wasn't mistaken. I was like, wait, what?
Lena's a very good hero to steal.
Oh yeah, nukes, stuns.
I wonder if you get the passive. Like if you
so.
use 2 spells as Lena, do you get the attack speed?
Yeah,
and morph back. I would assume you still
so,
do,
but
right?
It
It's still
stays,
above.
carries over, because, well, yeah, it should.
I would imagine that you do. I mean, if so, that's very cool.
Do you get passives like say if they have an AC or something? Do you get their aura?
I don't think so. I think you keep your own items.
Okay, all right.
You used to get like AC auras and
That'd
stuff.
be broken.
Like yeah, Morphling used to be like, oh, you pick an Underlord. Well, we're gonna counter you with Morphling, steal the Underlord aura.
Yeah.
But yeah, not anymore. Morphling would be insane if that were true. And maybe that is the case. Maybe I'm an idiot. But I don't think it is. I'm like 90%. Ooh, DP ulti.
She's
Nice.
gone. She
What a
gone.
waste.
That's actually big wasted ult.
Yeah, that's really good.
All right, now actually Lena's a little bit far behind on levels. Bounty Hunter's going to come in, trying to get the damage. Is it going to be enough to nuke? He's still alive, comes out even on the trade, but I think it was an Urn that ended up last ticking him out. Now Lena comes in with a bit of a crossfire from the Windrunner. The Glimpse will at least challenge the Morphling, who's over to Strength with that massive pushback. Now he waveforms out, taking damage to himself right now by shifting some back into Agility. But I feel like the numbers are a little bit more supported right now by Burning's Legion. Everybody's a little bit tighter, everybody's a little bit closer to one another, and Fnatic are a bit scattered, and Disruptor thrives in that realm. If you're scattered, Disruptor's going to own you. Glimpse is going to get somebody.
I just can't stop looking at the Roche. I see him in my peripherals. He's just punching away.
Shadow boxing.
In the Roche pit.
Yeah.
Roche just isn't. What's your problem, Mags? What's your
Swinging away in there.
Oh, he's killed 2 couriers.
Oh, has he?
I think he's killed 2 couriers. The courier deaths were him.
No way.
That's a dick move. Oh, that's so funny.
Well, that was a freebie kill right there. That was a big core, too. That was just a bit. I mean, you're in the river. You're just a bit out of your territory.
Yep.
And
So close to that BKB, too, on Lena. Around Luna.
Yeah, I mean,
about 1,000 gold off.
I said before, I was like, she needs that BKB desperately.
Yeah.
Shaker is going to be a problem.
Morphling
Shaker is going to be a
Shaker,
problem. Prophet doesn't care too much about if you have that. She's going to be physical damage. She wants to get close to you anyway, but those stuns are dangerous, dude.
It's always really awkward to get a BKB in a game like this where they have this like mix of good physical damage and good magic damage, but you need it. It's necessary. Yeah. It's like you get it or you die.
It ensures you getting damage out.
Yeah, you're gonna at least do something in a fight.
Because Luna's so squishy, anyways, that if she's stunned, it's death. It's a death sentence, straight up.
Yeah,
and Earthshaker will make sure that you stay stunned for the remainder of your life.
Yep, he's good at that. Going for the Aghanim Scepter too on Earthshaker next. So
he's so mobile.
Morphling almost has the Ags. He's actually he does have the full Ags. He's got to complete. He just needs the courier, which died. Thanks for that, Mags, by the way, for killing that courier.
He raises one VR hand in the air.
Yes.
And Roshan just winds up a little bit.
Maybe we'll see Super Roche this game.
There's the vision creep. That looks like, to me, that creep dead right there. It looks like Age of Empires when, like, Age of Empires 2. You kill somebody, and then the model stays there, just flat, stays there for a long time, then turns to bones.
Oh, it turns into bones.
Yeah, after a while. Yeah, Age of Empires 2 is a great game.
I think that happens in Warcraft 3 as well.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think everything turns to bones, yeah. Am I crazy? Did you play Warcraft 3?
I did not.
So you run a Dota 1 player?
No, but I do know some history in the Dota 1 realm.
I played Warcraft 3, but I did not play Dota 1. Which is very unfortunate.
You know, I've played Warcraft 3 for like 5 minutes, and I was like, this game is not for me. That is a really deep Spirit Breaker. What are you doing in
What in God's name?
You're not even in the right zip
Did he-
code.
Did he have a gem?
No, I looked. I don't think he did.
Was he trying to touchdown? No, it wasn't.
No, I mean that is a direct route for the touchdown.
He-
That is a quarterback sneak. is what
He
that
even had his bracer in his backpack instead of the dust. So he's like, all right, I'm going to kill the BH here. Like, dog, you're in the enemy base. Relax.
was. Where are you going? All right, they smoke up. They'll take a push in. Now the bounty hunter, he's invis, currently undetected.
No
Now that he's
sentry,
thrown the
too.
track, they recognize it. There's the dust. It's actually out of the range, but Earthshaker jumps forward, jumps into the fight. He's actually rather tanky, it looks like. The Echo Slam is in there. They'll remove one, and nice crit coming in from the next one as well, as Wind Ranger is forced to BKB and retreat. It is still there, but look at the massive damage. There's the combo we were talking about. It's the Morphling Earthshaker. It was just a stun machine. He's gone back into the Earthshaker form. It is a full retreat from Burning's Legion, as the Lina gets caught out there as well. Max damage, no distance stun, or lengthened stun, but they're splitting up just to make sure that it is as good of a wipe as you could possibly get. Luna is the only survivor. Where is she? Farming on bottom lane. And not much to be spoken for there.
So it looks like your timing might actually be correct.
36 minutes?
Yeah, maybe.
36-13, I'm going to say, is when that game...
That is so oddly specific, Dallas.
You have to be, you have to be specific, because that
Well, the problem
one
is mine's in the range as well. I said 35 to 40.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let me pick a time. So you said 36-13.
Dire's middle tower is under
36-14.
You're doing the Bob Barker $1
Yeah.
overbid.
Yes.
Jerk move. There's going to be an eclipse here, but it's going to hit quite a few creeps. There's good luck for that landing on. But there's the physical damage. Death Prophet is actually going to have to siphon off two, but one of them is BKB'd. She's running off, but the Wind Ranger has the target absolutely delivered. And it is a target-rich environment still. It's a one-for-one trade. Nice Dragon Slave there, and a detonation of the Oracle. It's going to be I think that's going to be the disengagement. Still a one-for-one. Morphling takes a stun, but my goodness, is he tanky. Getting some reinforcements in, but as a matter of fact, I think it's just there to buy some time. The Spirit Breaker is literally just slowing things down. The Earthshaker has his own escape pod to be able to escape with, but if he catches a shackle here, that might be the end of it.
Savage. All right, let's
That's
go.
the combo.
1v2.
Might be
Kill the Lina
everybody's
too.
dying. It's literally down to 2 players left on the map. The Lina turns, gets the Light Strike Array, but Morphling can still drop a couple, you know, stuns.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they're gonna
Go for it.
gonna have
Don't-
to run because the Bounty Hunter's alive now.
Don't
And
be a
they're
bitch.
To have.
Oh, too bad. That was cool though.
Yeah.
He just 1v2'd.
I was waiting
Killed
for
the Lina.
everybody to die. You've been in one of those scenarios before, right?
Oh, I was
Those
waiting.
bugs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
It's like, okay, both teams have to take a timeout for their entire, you know, death sentence.
that always feels bad.
You just watch the creeps.
I'm always the guy to all chat in those scenarios, and then everybody's so mad because they died. And it's like, come on, dude. We're all dead. How often does this happen?
There was a challenge yesterday, I think, right, where if you killed your opponent, you have a couple seconds to tell them what they did wrong and what they could do better.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
yeah. I think OG did that too. They had, except it was for their teammates. They had to blame their teammates for their death. So Seb just sat in Fountain for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. I
Flaming.
remember that.
Like, why did this idiot pick Techies? This hero's awful. He thinks this hero is good.
Techies is a tough game to watch,
Yeah,
especially if it goes long.
Here's
Oh.
one like, Twitch keeps picking that hero.
Yeah. It's like Twitch picking Pudge, you know, or Pugs picking Pudge. Windrunner's going to run out of her wind run very shortly. There's a very fast Spirit Breaker. Gets something delivered. It looks like a tome. Oh, it's a tome of knowledge on top of somebody's brain. She's at 1 HP. Pops the BKB, tries to turn back for the fight. Spirit Breaker could just turn and try and get the one punch. There's the Oracle save. Be able to heal up, no problem. So all of that fireworks for nothing.
Have you seen Luna's level 10 talent, by the way?
No.
400 cast range.
Oh,
Oracle?
did Oracle dodge the ult by?
I think so, but
Oh, that's
he's a dead boy.
that's a lot of stuns. That Morphling just hit for about 2,500 damage across the entirety of Burning Legion's team. Disruptor will come for the buyback, but what can he actually offer up? We need to be able to see the Windrunners be able to push out damage. They finish off the tower, and in all honesty, Fnatic could decide and win both ways. Do we disengage? Do we fight? Either decision is the correct one, considering the Disruptor buyback.
And the Luna and the Bounty have no buyback either.
Yeah, I mean,
let's see. Does the Luna? Okay, so the Luna might have, like, they don't know that the Luna doesn't have buyback. She spent gold, and yeah, BH as well. So they're not 100% sure on this buyback. So I think they're gonna err on the side of caution here.
sure. Extend
Maybe
the
we'll
game.
see some Roche.
Yeah, extend the game for, another
Roughly
8 minutes and
yeah.
13 seconds.
Sure. Maybe 8 minutes and 14 seconds.
Maybe.
Possibly.
It's somewhere in between there, give or take. a second.
Right.
Yeah, obviously, there's some error.
I think hopefully give a second is what I'm leaning towards.
I have to go to the replay and go frame by frame,
Yeah.
see if it actually ticked over the 14.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that was on the latter side of the second, so that counts as 14.
Dire's top tower
I feel the tides are shifting. They started to shift about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, definitely.
Ew, yes. Oh, goodness.
And I agree with what you're saying on the panel, that this burning lineup is more of a, and as I say that, that is a
Goodness.
duo kill on the Luna,
Oh, no.
and Febby is griefing.
Wait, what's the bracer called?
It is
Top right.
Bracer Your Anus.
God, I love you guys. You guys are great.
Radiant's bottom tower
Hey, Roshan getting a little in the action.
All right, Mag.
Swinging away in there, Mag.
Let's go.
Let's bring the Mag cam up. We are doing Roche. I want to see the Super Roche come in for a second life. Swinging away in there.
I don't think that's a bounty. I think Jabs just wants to fight Super Roche. Come on. Let's go,
So much
Super Roche.
damage.
Come on.
They need to chain stun him. They're trying to share the damage right now so the Morphling could finish this jump. But
Dude, hey, Mag.
Stop bashing me. Oh my God, they might actually, if they were to Super Roche that, they would be a disaster.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
This is, oh, that's some
Easiest Roche of my
That's some BM right there.
They BM'd the Roche pit player.
I don't know if Burning Legion knows that Super Roche is a thing. I'm not sure if the Chinese
Well, how
SEA teams.
how many Moonbucks does it cost?
I think it's only like 200.
Oh, they didn't
Am
have
I-
enough. They dropped it down into the double digits.
Oh, did they?
for
So
the
they couldn't
Moonbucks.
afford it?
Yeah, they couldn't afford to do that.
How much is it? Can Reginald let me know how much the old
The old Super Roche.
is Reginald available?
Either way, if they're in the double digits in Moonbucks, I don't think they had.
Yeah, that's true. I can hear Reginald
asking, yeah.
asking how much Super Roche is.
Yeah.
It's
Well, 250.
250.
Yeah, they definitely didn't. Have
Okay,
enough.
so they can't even
Yeah.
afford it.
Yeah. We've seen Luna get picked off a couple times, so I think she's been picked off 2 or 3 times.
It's like three-
while she's
it's-
farming.
It's
Yeah.
getting rough. It's
not-
getting rough.
Not looking too hot. Even though they ended up starting off early, strong. I mean, they won their lanes, and we were like, "Where's Morphling gonna go?" They found space.
Yep.
I don't know how they found space, but they did.
Yeah, and yeah. You have to be very careful with this Morphling Earthshaker combo. When you give it space, he's hitting for quite a large number.
There's the ulti, and this might be our first Tier 3 tower to fall soon. Morphling on the other
What?
side. Absolutely.
Was there a Luna there?
There may have been. Only a pile of dust remains and a BKB that's still off of cooldown. She does buyback, so her farm is really hurt. Morphling tries to get out of the ulti from Disruptor by using the Manta, but there's the Light Striker right. Just saved! Oh my goodness, that's going to keep the Ghosts still spinning around. Saved at what? Sub 10 HP, somewhere around there. That was really close. And look how far they've just stiff-armed the competition. Burning's Legion is forced way back. But for the majority of those times, those Ghosts were forced off of the buildings. They got the Tier 3 tower. They've done about half damage to the building so far, but look how far back they're playing. They're behind their Tier 4s. They have no choice but to stay back here. Now it's going to be a push-up for Fnatic. They will begin to chomp up and take everything away from you. Morphling still just playing around, stunning everything that moves. Nice double stun, a little bit of fountain action coming in, and this may very well be the end. I just don't want them to call the GG yet. Just take the base and extend it for a couple more minutes. God, the ultra kill. Is it the Rampage? They're looking for it. That is most certainly going to be the Rampage. All the damage necessary. Morphling, 23 Savage, and the GG's called 32, 15, 16, whenever it ends. When do you call it?
Unfortunately for the Legion, it does not end. This was not.
Right, that was
not
a tough spot. I mean, 32 minutes. I think somebody on the panel actually called into the 32-minute range. So
Who was it? Was it Gareth?
I'm just giving them the benefit.
It was
of-
Gareth. Gareth, no.
Nobody got
Who
it?
said 32 minutes?
Suns, did you get a 32-minute call? No?
No. 28.
All right, I overbid. So,
Sunshine might be the closest, though.
yeah. Is it close? Does that count?
I think, I mean, if you go over, I think that counts.
I mean, you did the one
it's honestly bullshit if
Yeah,
that's not.
the overbid thing is kind of like, God.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way you were going to win because I overbid you.
Right. The game lasts 1 minute.
Unless it's
1
like
minute
who gets
up.
the closest to. Like that's I think that's fair. I mean, they're still dying. I mean, it's not over.
You know what I like?
Technically speaking.
They were talking on the panel. They were talking about, oh yeah, these Chinese teams when they call GG, the game ends. They go back to their fountain. And
Right.
No, not today. Not actually now. Now they're starting to disconnect, and you know, Fnatic take it.
These kids just like playing Dota. They're just like, Dota's not over. People are still fighting me. I'm gonna try to play against them. I'm gonna press buttons. You wanna press your buttons? I'm gonna press my buttons. Let's go.
Press your button.
Let's see who presses the better button.
What is this buff down here on the bottom left with Wind Ranger?
Is that a thing in
What's this?
What is that?
That one. It's half of Wind Ranger's face.
Oh, that means Morphling can morph into.
Oh, and it takes half of the hero's face.
Yeah, it's like an enlarged version of the.
Sure.
the
Wow.
hero's
He
face.
is-
Is that a thing in CS:GO, by the way?
For what?
People in Dota, they say just press your spells. Like, hey, can you press spells right now? Like,
No.
people get in a fight, they're like, oh, there's a team fight happening, and then they like kind of lock up.
Yeah. No, it's all you have to do is click heads.
That's it. That's what
Just
the
click heads.
saying is. Just
Yeah.
click heads.
I
Okay.
mean, in Dota, the team that has the most ancients at the end of the game wins, right? It's the simple bucket. The most ancients.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
correct.
That's a correct.
That
thing.
is correct.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So Fnatic has the most ancients right now, and they
This
are
is correct.
clearly the winners.
Yep. Yep.